Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And this week, guest, Dorian.
Hey, back again. What's that?
All right, guys, we're back. Terrence is out this week. But we do... Oh, sad. So we do have plenty to talk about this week. Checked out, Dorian and I did a review. Dorian saw Men in Black International, so check that out. It's in the Coming Distractions podcast feed right now. Also, it's going to be, by the time you see this, youtube.com/the Nerdpocalypse. You can check out the video for that. As well as I did a review for the new Shaft movie, which are in the same places. So check those out right now. Micah, you watched The Chef Show?
Yeah.
Jon Favreau's new show on Netflix?
Yeah. So a while ago, Jon Favreau did this movie called Chef.
Which is excellent.
It's a solid little movie.
I haven't seen that.
It's really good. Actually.
It's really good. It's just...
The soundtrack is really good.
It's a movie, but it's really good.
Hearing.
It's basically about a chef who worked at a fine dining restaurant who gets disenchanted with... life as a restaurateur and quits the business to open up a food truck. Right. Yep. They had a consultant for Jon Favreau, a real chef his name is Roy Choi. And
that's his real name.
That's his real name.
That's not the ignorant fellas.
He is, I mean, we just got started.
Rated in.
Let's wait till we get to the lightning round.
Yeah. He was a consultant on the movie.
Right.
And he has a very, very similar story. It's pretty much the exact same story that Jon Favreau wrote in Chef.
So was his ex-wife Sofia Vergara and then his current girlfriend was Scarlett Johansson?
A couple of details.
I was about to ask, like, was it the movie he wrote just to get them in as his girlfriend?
I
would do it.
I mean, he also has a guest spot with Robert Downey Jr. He's in it for like 5 seconds, but you call your boy and like, yo, Iron Man, come through.
And that's what they do in this show. So this show is basically just, and the two of them really hit it off, right? So this show is basically Jon Favreau and Roy Choi going around, hanging out with famous people, making really good food, and it's fun. And just having fun, living life, man.
Oh, so all right, so living the life that I'm probably never going to see.
Okay. Just living the life. Yeah, just hanging out with Robert Rodriguez, going to Robert Rodriguez's house and having him make chocolate for you. Yeah, that's what happens.
That's a Tuesday, you know.
Yeah, like Tom Holland is on the show.
Tom Holland is in it. Robert Downey Jr. is in it. Yeah. Kevin Feige's in it. They all get together and just eat.
Bastards.
The Russos, the Russo brothers, they're in it
because they're all friends now.
Yeah,
I feel like so. This is basically, I guess, what I got from the trailer is that this is the cooking version of comedians in cars getting coffee.
Yes, if the comedians were making the coffee also. Okay. Like Jon Favreau.
So they're also cooking along.
Yeah, Jon Favreau, he likes to cook. And he's
actually pretty good too.
Yeah, he is really good at it. And they get some other famous chefs. David Chang from Ali Delicious, he's in it, and there's a couple other famous people. Gwyneth Paltrow is in it. They go to her house and they make a pepper pot. Which is which is just like this vegan dish that's super spicy. It's funny because
Bonzo there.
She was they were talking with her, and Jon Favreau was like, "Yeah, you know, when you were in Spider-Man," and she was like, "What? I wasn't in Spider-Man," and he was like, "Yeah, you were." It's like, when was I in Spider-Man? You know, when you and Robert were at the end of the movie and they had the new suit, and she was like, "That was Spider-Man?" Like she just like all these movies run together. Like she just doesn't know. She just didn't know. It's like, whatever, yo, cut the check. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, classic goop behavior.
just come on in for a couple hours. All right, cool, shit, whatever.
Clear?
Right.
All right. I gotta buy some yoni eggs to shove in my vagina. I need the money.
It's a cool little show. It's only a half hour. It's only 8 episodes.
It's on what? It's on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix. Okay. If you like, and the two of them, you know, Roy Choi and Jon Favreau, they're a good team. Bill Burr is in the first episode.
Yeah.
He's hilarious in everything.
I mean, whatever you're right there. That's the only reason I do watch the first episode.
Right. So
I like that he was like, can I cuss on this show? And they were like, or like, do we cuss on the show? And he was like, we do now. Because it's you, Bill Burr.
But yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to that. I forgot it was already out. So yeah, that's definitely on my list. All right, so we're going to skip past Stupid Tech and Science and Tech this week just because we have a ton of news this week. So make sure you go to the nerdpocalypse.com/Amazon. Use that link whenever you want to buy a Ring doorbell so that the government can surveil you without your permission, or any other products that you need. So check that out. Helps out the show. You spend money on Amazon. We get a little bit of a kickback that we use to make this show that we can criticize Amazon openly about because it's a free country. So thanks. Also, don't get their credit card. So 28% fucking interest rate.
I have a credit card?
Yeah, that came out today. Yeah, they're really...
They're just like, fuck you, yo.
28%.
Yo, gosh, shit.
It's like, we got to hurry up before President Warren breaks
Yeah, he's like, get the money. In the words of Andrew Yang, secure the bag.
They come through like Brian on Family Guy. Hey, you have my money? Oh, yeah, Mr. C living your life. I mean, you got my money? No?
Yo, 28% is fucking insane. Why don't you just make it 99%? Like, who cares at that point?
Give me all your shit.
Yeah. Like, oh, it's a good way to build your credit. Unless you miss a payment.
Right. It's a good way to build your credit if you buy something and then pay it off the day you bought it. Well,
Yeah.
what the fuck is the point?
Yeah, well, get a credit card. Well, it gets 5% back. Yeah, it's not worth the risk.
They go send Brody from Seinfeld to your door.
That's fucking crazy.
Can I borrow that back?
Like, hold on a second. Yeah, so sign up with Amazon's credit card. Or don't. Lightning round this week, Micah. You're handling it.
Tarantino's proposed Star Trek movie is still percolating at Paramount Pictures. Tarantino's involvement comes with a certain expectation about the level of violence and language that will be in the film, both of which are uncharacteristic of past Trek films. You see, Tarantino confirmed that his Star Trek film will be rated R. And I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't like this idea.
It doesn't sit well with me, given what Star Trek is. Like, Star Trek is an analog for like the in the world of Star Trek, human beings have evolved past our insecurities about one another.
Yes.
And now we have those insecurities about aliens, and we have to try and, it's a metaphor for a lot of aspects of life.
Right.
And it doesn't necessarily need to be, graphically violent. This article says, in the past, Star Trek film star Carl Urban has discussed why it is that Tarantino would want to make an R-rated Star Trek movie, and it's not for cheap curse words. Quote, "You shouldn't worry that it is going to be full of obscenity and stuff. He wants an R rating to really make those beats of consequences land. If it's not PG, if someone gets sucked out into space, which we have all seen before, we might see them get disemboweled first. It allows some breadth. It gives him some leeway to do that. And to me, that was always one of the things I loved about what DeForest Keeley did. He would actually capture the horror of space. That look in his eyes of sheer terror always struck me when I was a kid. You don't get Star Trek. Like, Star Trek is not the thing, guys. Star Trek is not about the horror and isolation and vacuum of space. Quite the opposite. The point of Star Trek is to meet with new beings and to boldly go where no one has gone before.
And curse.
Apparently, and slit a nigga's throat. Apparently,
I mean, you might have to, but you might though.
Hey, what are you doing with a gun in space?
Space torture.
Like, Spock, look at this motherfucker here.
So yeah, I don't think.
Is Samuel L. Jackson going to be in this movie? Is he going to play a Vulcan? Because I need him to be.
Like, is somebody going to go to fucking the dead nigga space station in Star Trek? Like, I don't get it.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't want to do what everyone else does, which is immediately jump to, oh, he's just going to have him saying the N-word and stuff like that. I don't think he will. However, I don't think the hyper-violence is necessary. That being said, I would be interested to see what he does. I don't want an R-rated Star Trek movie, period. But as a director, he's a damn good director. And I think often people forget that through the controversy of like, oh, he said the N-word this many times in a movie that's about slavery. I'm like,
that's a bullshit controversy.
I never understood that one. Right. But I can understand like people get like prudish about violence sometimes. I'm like, again, I don't. But like Tarantino is a damn good director, arguably one of the best directors of a generation. Yeah. Easily one of the best. Like, as much as people talk about the violence and stuff like that, The Hateful Eight only had violence really at the very end. Like, at the very end of the movie, it really got super bloody. Yeah. But that movie carried itself on really great dialogue and really good storytelling. So, if you could take a Star Trek movie and whittle it down to almost like how he does those almost hyper character focused bottle films in a lot of ways. Like, can you imagine a Star Trek movie where there's a huge space battle or whatever, and like it looks really amazing and all this other stuff, and then in the throes of all that, a bunch of people get locked in this area that they can't get out, and they're stuck there, and it's humans and Klingons and Romulans or whatever, and it's about them dealing with this world in which they live in, right? Like, Tarantino would fucking nail that shit. He super would. Like, that's what I'm interested to see him do. I am, however, not interested in seeing him do something that is just a fucking just bloody, brutal mess. I don't need that. I want him to do something that's going to mean something if he's going to do it.
I'm curious enough about it just on the strength of having him attached to something like Star Trek. Excuse me. But, of course, the knee-jerk reaction, you'll think it's going to be hyper-violent, a whole bunch of F-bombs, niggas and shit like that. I don't think he would be that obvious. I don't want nothing like that, but at the same time, I'm still curious.
Yeah, I'm curious.
If it happens, they develop it, they shoot it, they film, get everything out there. I'm there on the weekend to see what it's going to be about.
Yeah. I'm not missing a Tarantino movie. Yeah, period. Like, it's just... Sorry.
Like, pure curiosity, I'm in there. I could do without the R rating, but I mean, even on the violence tip, I don't think he would go so far to maybe seeing somebody be disemboweled, but you might see some relatively real consequences for some of the battles and some of the phaser shots or whatever the case may be. And maybe Kirk could get a threesome with a couple of green chicks.
I'm here for that.
Yeah. What the hell is Carl Urban talking about then? Because he don't seem to. I don't know. He don't seem to get this.
Well, the question is this in that main line of movies?
Yeah, he might not even get the job back. Because that's blown up.
Yeah, this was a while ago, apparently. So,
which is a real shame, by the way, because I really liked. Well, I didn't like the second Star Trek movie, but
I don't know. Maybe it's the Star Trek name. You know, the Star Trek name has a certain amount of. It has a certain aspect to it that, you know, when you hear Star Trek, you think certain things.
Yeah, right? you're expecting a very subdued, some action, but a really good space opera story.
Yeah, it's all based on character, which is what Tarantino does, but not necessarily action, right? Like if I'm saying if Tarantino were to do a science fiction movie, like in that world,
I think it could be fascinating.
Come on, let's go.
But that's what I'm saying. I think people often look at Tarantino.
It's a myopic view.
Like, it's such a myopic view. Dude, like, yes, he did Kill Bill, and Kill Bill is easily one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. But he also did Hateful Eight. He also did True Romance. Like, he wrote True Romance and stuff like that. Right. That guy is a character-driven artist. Like, he is. His movies are never huge. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to be some, like, big spacefaring thing. Right. I think he's going to whittle that universe down to a couple of people and hard focus on them. But those are the best Star Trek stories, by the way. right? Like, the space faring stuff, yeah, it's all great. But when you think back to, like, the best Star Trek movies, which there are not a lot of them, but...
Yeah, I've never been a big Star Trek fan.
Right, like, I mean, some of them, because they're like, oh, let's deal with trade deficits, and you're like, God,
it's
what are we watching?
Star Trek's always been to me like...
It's the nerds.
Star Wars minus the cool.
Yeah, that's true. Like, it's the nerds of nerds.
Then when J.J. Abrams came in, redid it, I'm like, okay, all right. I'm excited. I'm interested now.
And all the Star Trek fans hated it.
Yep.
All the Star Trek fans
my father hates that shit.
Yeah.
What was it? They kept saying that Star Trek Into Darkness is the worst Star Trek movie. Knock it off, Star Trek fans. No, I'm sorry. It really isn't. Not when my dad made us leave and walk out of, the one with the whales. He was like, when they were like, they're whales, he was like, fuck this, we're leaving, and just walked out immediately.
What was that? The journey home?
I think so, yeah.
Like that.
It was so bad. But again, I think given Tarantino's ability to whittle large worlds down to dealing with something really powerful, I think you could do it. I think you could. And I think he could do a hell of a job. I just don't need the hyperviolence. Like if there's some, okay, but it cannot be a huge amount. It really can't.
If it doesn't have the Star Trek brand on it,
you
can get as violent as you want. I don't care.
I mean, that actually is a good point. Just don't make it Star Trek.
Yeah,
just do a sci-fi.
Spock is going to be in a room. It's going to be in a fucking restaurant. He's going to fight the crazy 88s.
It's fine.
Vulcan death grip, but when he does that shit, their fucking heads explode.
Oh, so it's the Fist of the North Star. I'm okay with that.
Exactly.
That would be hilarious. He's like doing this, bah, 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 bah. Like, wow, this guy is really talented. Yeah, he could just do his own thing, but of course you get that producer money if it's because look. You know damn well when he came to him, he was like, I want to do a Star Trek movie. They were like, what? And it's like, who wants to do it? Oh, it's Quentin Tarantino? Yeah, we'll let him do it. They don't give a fuck if it matches the Star Trek brand or not. He's such a huge name.
And fuck all that.
And this is that would possibly be his last movie.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't he say he was going to do 10 and hang it up?
I don't believe it.
That shit.
You know who also said he was only going to do 10 movies? Steve Soderbergh. Or he was done directing.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember how we did High Flying Bird on that was a movie he just did.
That ain't a movie. That's a Netflix movie.
All right, James King. It don't count. I shot it on a cell phone. All right, knock it off. Just admit that you're back. It's fine. All right, next up.
Producing pair Walter F. Parks and Laurie McDonald say that they're working with director Ridley Scott and Peter Craig on a film on Gladiator 2. And that the story will pick up 25 to 30 years after Gladiator.
Electric Boogaloo.
The producing pair were out about promoting their newest installment in the Men in Black series.
Haven't heard of it.
During the recent and ongoing press tour for MIBI, Parks and McDonald dropped this new info on Gladiator 2, with McDonald saying this, quote, "We are working with Ridley Scott. That's one we wouldn't touch unless we felt in a way to do it was legitimate." I'm stroking out. We're working with an amazing writer as well, Peter Craig. Parks adds, it picks up the story 30 years later, 25 years later. Who is Peter Craig? Well, he is the screenwriter for the upcoming Top Gun 2.
Yep.
And look, are you excited about this?
No.
Gladiator?
No.
You're not excited for a sequel for an Oscar winner?
Look, I think Gladiator is a great movie.
It's a fantastic
unlike our
movie.
former host who thought it was not good. Or had no interest in seeing it. Remember that?
No.
Yeah, Matthew was like, that movie looked bad. I was like,
look, that's a fantastic fucking
great
movie.
I mean, given who, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I love Gladiator. I think it's a great movie. I think Russell Crowe is fucking dope in it. It's kind of weird that Russell Crowe was almost cast as Wolverine, but he didn't want to be typecast after doing Gladiator.
Wow.
And I think he was also like, I'm not really trying to eat chicken breast and broccoli. Fuck out of here. I'm trying to get fat.
Right.
And he succeeded. He accomplished, he set a goal and he accomplished
He hit that shit.
He hit that goal and kept going. So Look, I think Gladiator is great. I think that if they were going to do a sequel, it should have happened about 10 years ago. Yeah. But at this point, the thing about Gladiator that's dope is Russell Crowe as Maximus.
And the movie ended.
Yeah, it has a finite ending.
Definitive end.
Very much.
You know what this feels like? It feels like the sequel to 300. You guys ever see that movie?
Yep. No, you know what? I actually liked it.
I watched about 20 minutes of it and I turned it off.
I actually liked it. But I wouldn't put it in the same vein as 300.
Yeah.
For the simple fact, this one had a definitive end. That one was more or less telling an adjacent story.
Okay, that's fair.
So it was like, hey, the Spartans over here doing this, but while that stuff was going on that y'all seen in the last movie, this is happening over in, was it Athens? Greece. Yeah, it was like, all right, this is happening over here with the Athenians.
Yeah.
So, but this is 30 years later. It's not even a prequel.
Right.
We had a definitive end. Max is, really is.
Like, the question is, like, who is this movie about? It's not about his son. His son's dead.
This is him having his revenge.
It might just be a different. Yeah, it might just be a different story. Yeah. Period. Although, why would it need to take place 25 to 30 years after?
Right. Why don't you just make it the next day?
Yeah.
This is like, hey, we killed this guy. Who's stepping up next?
What happened to Commodus? Somebody murked him, yo. So
this is Maximus getting his revenge in the next life.
I hope he's just a ghost. He's just a force ghost.
So a bit of trivia about this movie. It is the Academy Award winner for that year. It was also the second highest grossing movie in the year 2000. Would you like to know what the highest grossing movie was in the year 2000? Deacon, Dorian, Donovan, D'Angelo, Dante, whatever the fuck your name is.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm trying to think something.
It is D'Angelo.
I was trying to think something real smart ass. I ain't got shit. You got me freeze. In 2000, what was the other highest grossing movie then?
This was the second highest grossing movie in the year 2000.
I know what it was.
Number one.
The fucking X-Men movie.
Nope. What?
No, that did very moderate.
Yeah.
Like 300 and something.
What the hell was it?
It was Mission Impossible 2.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
The greatest film.
We went in some wild times, man.
Yo, 2000 was fucking weird, yo.
Tom Cruise at his most Tom Cruisiest.
And that was two. Oh, that was John Woo too.
Yeah.
buddy.
Mm-hmm. Pigeons, no fucking doves. Doves,
No, both doves and pigeons.
Yeah. Doves, pigeons, great hair.
That shit was wild.
Tom Cruise doing forward fucking guile whip kicks. None of it made sense.
But you know what's funny though? With Gladiator, this is just another indication of how the Academy Award stays fucking up. They gave him he got an award for this, but didn't get one for A Beautiful Mind.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up because he definitely deserved it.
That's why, like, even though I understand the whole like Oscar's so white, all that stuff, every now
a lot of actors get fucked.
I'm not surprised because I know about shit like this. Like, yo, how you not going to give him the award for A Beautiful Mind? Then, all right, well, look, all right, here's that Gladiator action. Enjoy yourself. Like, he deserved that shit.
No, I mean, look,
not for that role.
I mean, here's the thing: I liked him in Gladiator, but it's not an Oscar-worthy role.
Right? Exactly.
It's not. Look, from time to time, I will watch the action sequences from Gladiator. They're still fucking damn good.
Hell yeah,
they're damn good. Like that first one where it's like it's the riders of Scipio Africana versus the horde. They're the horde. Yo, when he takes those people out and they throw him the fucking sword and he whips that sword around on the horse, that shit looked dope, man. I remember seeing that movie in theaters. I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I saw it in theaters like 3 times.
Damn, you weren't fucking around,
dude. And I never see movies in the theater like that.
That's a little ridiculous.
And that movie's not short, by the way. It's pretty long. But I just thought it was such a good fucking film, and it was. And also, you keep in mind, again, action was great, all that. But fucking Joaquin Phoenix owned that fucking role as Commodus. Yeah. He owned that role. Man. That was, I think, the first time I'd ever seen him in anything. Yeah. And I was like, yo, who the fuck is this crazy person?
Yeah, he was good as shit.
Yeah, and then you look back, you're like, oh, he's playing the Joker. That makes sense.
Yeah, I missed that boat. I didn't see it in the theaters. I didn't get to see it till it came home on videotape.
Wow. For you young people out there, it used to come on these giant black bricks. Yeah. It would take a long time to rewind.
And you would go to this place called Blockbuster. You would spend about hours just going down each aisle trying to figure out.
Young people, remember where Captain Marvel crash landed?
Exactly. There we go.
Remember in that fictional movie? Yeah, that used to be real.
You had to come to an agreement with your date that night. All right, do I want to have sex? Do I want to see the movie I want to see?
And she always won. All right, next up. That's
next up. All systems are go for a sequel to Netflix's animated anthology, Love, Death, and Robots. Look, this is good news. So, orchestrating the second season as the project's supervising director is Jennifer U. Nelson, who is poised to oversee all episodes. In the past, Nelson has directed multiple episodes of Spawn, Kung Fu Panda 2 and Kung Fu Panda 3, as well as the live-action film The Darkest Minds. Little is known about
that movie apparently was terrible.
Little is known about Love, Death, and Robots Season 2, although it's to be thought that the animated anthology will once again see prolific directors and animators joining forces to help present a tour de force of excellent shorts.
Okay.
Yeah, look.
I really enjoyed the first season.
I really enjoyed the first season. Tim Miller was the guy who kind of spearheaded this thing along with David Fincher. So I don't know what the extent of their involvement is for season 2. It looks like Jennifer U. Nelson is going to be kind of the showrunner, if you will. Mm-hmm. But look, just keep building on what you already got, and I'll watch it.
Well, I'm looking at this trailer right now. Wow.
Did you not watch the season 1?
No, I sure didn't.
Yo, it's
really good, man.
It's pretty intense.
It's really good.
Because there were 18 animated short films, and they're all somewhere between 6 to 17 minutes. Mm-hmm. I watched all of them in one shot. It was like a lot.
Yeah, it's too much. I wouldn't recommend doing that, because by the time I got to the last one, I was just like, all right, I'm kind of ready for this to be over.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Fuck these Russians, man. Let's go.
I mean, that's my always. But anyway, it was good, and they're all wildly different.
Shit.
Like they even did something on Netflix where they showed they're out of order. Right? Like, when you watch it, my understanding is that they come in random order. Right. So, like, the first one I saw was super gory and bloody, that, like, robot fighting one. But that's not, like, the first one that everyone saw. Like, so it switched up, apparently. That's what someone was telling me.
That's weird. That's odd. But the second one was, like, the first one was hyper gory, right? Mm-hmm. Because you had the woman who fought with this like monster avatar and some shit.
Yo, that shit looked amazing.
Yeah, and then the second one,
more of that world.
And then the second one was about 3 robots just kind of walking around. Yeah. Chilling,
which was a good change of pace. I thought. Actually. Yeah, it was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm really watching the trailer again. Looks fucking wild.
Yeah, it's really good, man.
All the animation styles are different. Yeah. All of the stories are wildly different. Yeah, it's super worked.
How the hell did I miss this?
I try to tell you, you don't listen.
Yeah, thanks for listening to the show. I mean, we only talked about it like for 2 episodes straight.
Only listen to the ones that I'm on. Sorry.
That's funny. I only listen to the ones that you're not on.
Damn. Touche. Foul and shot.
Next up, Denis Villeneuve.
That was just mean.
Yeah, I'm done. Fuck this.
Denis Villeneuve's Dune already has a breathtaking cast, including Stellan Skarsgård, Zendaya, Jason Momoa, Josh Brolin, Dave Bautista, Timothy Chalamet, Oscar Isaac, Javier Bardem, Rebecca Ferguson, and Charlotte Rampling.
Hey guys, I wonder if it'll be good.
Yeah, all right. And now it has a streaming TV series spinoff. Warner Media picked up legendary television's Dune: The Sisterhood in a straight-to-series order. The show will air on Warner Brothers' as yet unnamed streaming service. More on that later.
Yes.
Look, I've never seen Dune.
Okay, so
I saw it. I don't remember it, Bailey. I was a kid.
Yeah, don't ask me. I've tried. I've tried so hard. I know you Dune nerds are screaming your heads off. Dune is the greatest thing that's ever existed.
Fuck that spice.
I've tried to watch it. I just can't get through it. And the original, I think, the one that people point to as the really the best version of a live action Dune, I believe it's 4 hours.
Yeah, wait. How many live action versions did they do?
There's 2 of them. There was one in like the 80s, and then there was one in the, I feel like, early 2000s.
Dune seems like the type of movie that is the equivalent of a 900-page mass-market paperback book with 0.4 font. Like, it just seems real dense.
Yeah, I think... Now, I don't know what Villeneuve will do, but I would hope, just because of how dense Dune seems, I would hope that Dune is multiple movies.
Yeah, well,
it has to be. Okay, so this one in 2000 was a mini TV.
It was a mini series, right? Yeah, that's right. I think it was done by Sci-Fi Network.
Yeah, and then like the one from the 80s, that's what I remember as a kid from '84. Yeah, Sting was in it.
Yeah, he was. And what's his name was Baron Harkonnen. What's the guy who used to work for Trump? Steve Bannon. Yeah, he looks like that now. Trump also looks like Baron Harkonnen.
Hey, I almost called him Jean-Luc Picard. Patrick Stewart was in this. Was in 1984 one too.
Little known fact: Patrick Stewart was also in Excalibur. He was, and he looked old then, which is weird. He's still bald.
All right.
Yeah, I would hope that this Dune is the first of at least 2 or 3 movies. Just because everyone says Dune, there is so much going on in that book. So, and I honestly can't give you a good review of it because I've never read it. So
yeah,
so I don't know the story that well. I just know the spice will flow. And
yes,
again,
it must flow.
I don't know what that means.
It must flow.
Yeah. So there you go.
The old bay's gonna flow.
Gross. Next up,
Dune, hun.
Did you watch Russian Doll?
I did. I didn't finish the first season. I need to go back, and it wasn't for lack of enjoyment.
My wife watched it. She really liked it.
Yeah, it's good. It's a Groundhog Day kind of show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's crass. Like the first the
crass shit.
Yeah, the first episode is like as it's going on, and then like subsequent episodes and subsequent moments throughout the episode, it just the scenarios get crasser and crasser and crasser as like she keeps dying and things like that. I was enjoying it though. I like the woman from Orange Is the New Black. She's really great, and she's not. I don't feel like she's acting. I think she actually might. Yeah. I think she might be trapped in her own time loop, and we're just involved in it because like she's just not acting. She just don't give a fuck.
Like, just wake up, just go about your day. We got you.
Yeah, we'll just have a camera crew behind you. But I'm happy to see it got a second season. Yeah, she's pretty talented.
I will download that and watch it on the train going to and from work.
It's a very easy watch.
Excellent. You know what else I watched? I forgot to put in checkout. Did you watch Big Little Lies?
I have not watched the opening.
You ever watched this season? Yo, it's really good, man.
Yeah, it's got the greatest living actress, Meryl Streep, in it.
Y'all like middle-aged white women.
And she's acting her ass off.
Yeah, that show is good, man.
Not about y'all like middle-aged white women.
No, that's true.
Okay, just like
I mean, when they're killing white men, that's and even the fucking middle-aged white woman couldn't do that. They had to get the black woman to do that.
Yeah, they did.
Now,
she came through like
I heard that show's really good though.
It is. I mean, you see the twist coming a mile and a half away by like episode 3.
But it's about the characters, right?
Yeah,
it's about like looking at these rich people who are just as fucking stank and petty, and,
if not worse.
Yeah, they're much worse.
Yeah.
And this season opens up with, everybody kind of being affected by it, except for Reese Witherspoon. She's just like, keep the lie alive, folks. Like, what the fuck, yeah?
Keep your goddamn mouth shut.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up and we'll be all right.
Yeah. And I like that they added Meryl Streep. Like, Meryl Streep brings something to the fact that she's on a television show says a lot, but she brings something to movies that is undeniable. Like she just does. She just has a way about it.
She is playing.
She's good, man.
Yeah, she's a fucking great actress.
She is playing the dude who died's mother.
Yeah,
and she's got that old woman thing going. Like she's a psychologist, so she reads people.
Oh shit, she ain't about that bullshit.
But she's got this old woman thing going where she's just like, I don't give a fuck what you think. Like she just straight up told Reese Witherspoon, yeah, you're really short and I don't trust you. I'm like, God damn. She's like, oh yeah, sorry about that. You just remind me of someone that I used to know that I didn't trust, and she was really short and bubbly and act just like you. So maybe I was projecting like that. You're a different type of fucking asshole. So.
I don't need this.
Pay somebody.
I'm a pretty nice person. I'm a fairly nice person. I can be a fairly nice person.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep digging your hole.
Keep qualifying.
Yeah, go ahead, Mussolini.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Like I got things done. Anyway,
So E3 for all you video game players out there, E3 was this past week, and Ubisoft, the French video game company, they're dipping their toes into other venues, right? Like you may be aware of the Assassin's Creed film. That film is based on one of their flagship series. And they said,
fantastic. Fantastic movie.
How did they make an Assassin's Creed game or movie and make it 20% in the fucking Animus?
And that's the thing, right?
The game is 99% in the Animus.
And that's the thing, right? Like Ubisoft said that they were going to have their hands on Assassin's Creed the film because they know their property. They want to be able to kind of guide how this is supposed to be. You know, kind of like how Marvel has its own film division.
Yeah, it did. They had hands on something. Motherfucking movie.
The crack pipe. But I didn't see Assassin's Creed maybe as good.
No,
that shit was fucking terrible. Kiss my ass if you try to come on this damn comment section saying it was dope. Kiss my ass, that shit was trash.
Well, they did the exact opposite than what that movie deserved to be. But go ahead.
So they are expanding on that, and they are going to come out with they are producing another movie based on one of their video game franchises, Tom Clancy's The Division. For those of you that don't know, The Division is kind of like what the National Guard wishes it was.
You trying to get a letter.
I mean,
I love the National Guard. I respect them, and I think they're heroes.
I mean, it's a bunch of weekend warriors who get called up and say, "Hey, guess what? You signed up for this. Now we actually need you." And
I want to go to Detroit.
And so you know, some bad shit happens on the home front, and all four of the other branches of military aren't available. So they call in the division agents, and the division agents, you know, regular Joe Schmoes like you and I are given high caliber weaponry and told to go fight for our country on the home front.
No.
So if there was something like this, would you sign up?
I thought about the
least squad like this, would you sign up
once? I thought about signing up for the National Guard once because I have some
National Guard.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let's make a slight detour. What year was this that you thought about doing this?
It wasn't that long ago. It was
5 years ago.
No, it's got to be more. When did me and my wife start dating again?
Okay, that's exactly my question. You were single at the time, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were dumb and alone. Yeah. Maybe I'll sign up for the military. You fucking idiot. Shut up. Yeah. You know, the second she called you back, you were like, and get rid of that application. Sorry, I can't hang out with you this weekend. I'm feeling sandbagged. Knock it off.
Did you ever think about it?
I had a military recruiter come to my house when I was in high school. I thought about it because I was in Air Force JROTC in high school. All 4 years I was in high school. And then he came there and he was like, he gave me the read down for like the Army. And I was like, as he was talking, I could feel myself leave my own body. And I was like, nigga, you trying to get shot? Nah, you ain't trying to get shot. Fuck that. And I just made that decision in real time in my brain. I was like, And the second that door closed and he left, I was like, I'm not joining the military. Oh man, that was it. That was it for me.
Yeah. I came close, bro.
But you were a military brat.
Yeah, my dad's in the Air Force, the best branch. Marines, I give respect though. Fuck the other two.
My mom was in the Navy, yo. Watch your mouth.
Hey, my bad. Shit.
Slam your
nigga, James Bond was in the Navy.
Yeah, you see what the fuck that got him, didn't it? Broke his goddamn ankle.
And he has syphilis, I believe.
Yeah, I came close. I took the ASVAB. I knocked that shit out the fucking water. And they knew my father was Air Force. They was like, yeah, what's up? I had everything lined up. I was about to go. And I was like, hey, you know what?
For the Air Force?
Yep. I was like, you know what? I don't think I want to get shot. Shit.
Yeah, same thing.
I think we'll go to school.
Yeah, because it's one thing to get shot. It's another thing to get shot down.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That's this thing. I wasn't fucking around. If I was going in, pilot school. I was going to be pilot. Fuck that. There's no reason to go into the Air Force and don't fly some shit.
And don't get your wings. What the fuck?
Yeah. I will tell you one thing. Everybody knows this. The Air Force is like the sweetest ride.
Yeah,
you get the best benefits, you get the best locations, and the goddamn women. Man, even as a fucking high school on base, I was like, oh goddamn, air women looking all right.
Yeah, because they're not fucking shooting in the dirt.
Oh, right, it's all shirtless volleyball in the Air Force, isn't it?
that was the Navy.
Oh, that was the Navy. Yeah. Oh, see, I haven't seen Top Gun.
Yes.
Why do they have planes in the Navy?
I don't know.
Do the planes float on water?
It does seem kind of out of context.
Do the planes swim? What the fuck is the point then? What's the point of the Air Force?
Yeah.
Consequently, why are there ground troops in the Air Force?
There aren't really ground troops in the Air Force, is there?
Not really.
Oh, I'm about to say.
Ain't nobody marching in the war. The Air Force.
I'm about to say. What the fuck?
Nah, you go in the Air Force because you scared.
Yeah, what little knowledge I do know about it's it's got the pilots of course, and everything else. Most of everything else is like a lot of intel type stuff.
Yeah, that's all.
You're behind the scenes. Yeah, you ain't getting out there when shit jumps the fan. They call the Army. Take y'all dumb asses over there.
yeah. Look, nobody respects the Army.
Look, we're all kidding. Relax.
I'm not. I got friends in the Army. I got friends in the Navy. Hey, how y'all doing?
I respect all four branches of the military.
I do,
y'all
but I ain't going on the front lines.
Right, y'all do something that I'm not going to do.
No doubt. Salute to y'all. Salute, man.
But I'm just saying.
I don't need like fucking Beyonce fans like fucking bees and lemons
sitting on your ass.
Yeah, like Army nigga. Like, all right, yo, relax.
I'm just saying, from what I've heard from people in the other branches,
who talk shit on you guys, not
they
us.
Talk shit on y'all.
Yeah, y'all got fucked up.
So y'all need to fight. Yeah, y'all need to fight them.
On your days off from not doing push-ups.
Rafe Judkins has been tapped to write the script. And he is the scribe Amazon has entrusted to create its upcoming series Wheel of Time based on the acclaimed fantasy novels. In addition to starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain, Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain will produce via their respective companies 9 stories and Freckle Films, which will be joined by 87 North Productions and Ubisoft Film and Television. It's a lot of production.
Do you think that this is going to be good?
What was that one Netflix movie with Ben Affleck and
Final Frontier or
Triple Frontier?
Triple Frontier. I was gonna say Triple Threat.
That's the other movie.
Yeah, it looked like a triple threat.
I feel like it'll be on that level. Just fine. And
this is a series or a movie?
I believe this is a movie.
I am going to watch this. I have zero faith it's going to be good.
It's an action movie. So, I mean, with movies like this, you don't have to, like the way we as Americans feel about the military, like no matter, like, yeah, look, they do good work. Like they do excellent work. They do work that I wouldn't dream of doing. Right?
Get on here.
But we lionize them no matter what.
Yeah.
and especially in movies. Like, and if
Michael Bay,
right? So it doesn't take much. My wife will see any military movie, anyone.
Really?
Yeah, that's one of her things. She loves military movies.
Did she see Act of Valor?
She may have.
Jesus,
yo, you talk about a hand job? Whoa, that movie.
Yo, I gave that movie not a good score, and people got so mad at me. I'm like, yo, I'm not insulting the actual military. This is just not a good movie.
Yes, you are. God damn it. Yeah.
Those are real cadets. I'm like, yeah, I know, but they shouldn't be doing the talky parts of the movie. They're not actors.
Yeah, that one shot, like it's like the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, with the gunboat.
Like,
yo, that shit was dope. Look, I will stand. For that movie, as far as the action sequences, it was great. They should have just gotten real actors
and gave
to do
great action scenes.
Yeah, and gave the military guys to do the actual action sequences. Because if you would have combined those two things, it would have been the shit.
Yeah,
but they didn't. They thought, hey, it'll be a really good idea to give a guy who doesn't know about acting to read a script.
You hate America
and read it poorly. Wow.
You must hate America. That's all.
So I think this movie will be decent because you don't really have to do much to make a good, like, military movie. Like you said, all you got to do is hire actors.
Yeah, and just let the military guys do the acting or the military parts.
Yeah, like any actor worth a damn will do, any filmmaker worth a damn will do all the research they need to do to make a solid military movie. This is a movie that I don't think even Ubisoft can mess up.
I agree to disagree. They're gonna fuck this up. They're gonna fuck
you said that like. I hear you. It sounds good. It's a nice up pitch. Yeah, yo, I don't know.
I don't have a lot of confidence in it. Now I do have a lot of confidence in Jake Gyllenhaal though.
And Jessica Chastain. I think Jessica Chastain is a phenomenal actress.
I mean, we're hoping to be proved wrong, but we'll see.
Oh, look, I'll watch it. It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
I ain't paying no extra.
Right.
So, sounds like a win-win to me. Next up,
what's a good military movie though? I was sitting there thinking, like, my two favorite military movies would probably be Officer and a Gentleman and Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan is definitely up there.
Yeah.
I mean, think about every military movie you've seen. They're all not
Transformers,
except for Act of Valor. They're not bad. They're not actively bad. You know what I mean?
No, they're all.
You'd be hard pressed to find a flat out bad one like Act of Valor. Yeah.
Let's see.
Black Hawk Down, Hurt Locker, Zero Dark 30.
Zero Dark 30 is a great movie.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like all these movies are really good. So
Lone Survivor, I didn't see that. Jarhead was a great movie. The Hurt Locker is a great movie. Patton's a great movie. Full Metal Jacket is a great movie. I would argue.
I'll tell you one thing though. First time I saw Saving Private Ryan, that opening scene on the beach. Yeah, dude, I was like,
no, I saw that in theaters. I had never seen
no goddamn way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, fuck that noise. I can tell you what my favorite military movie is. A Few Good Men. That's my favorite military movie.
That's a solid pick.
Yeah. I mean, it's barely a military movie in it that it's a legal drama, but it's one of my favorite movies. Also, Stripes.
I forgot about Stripes. That was my shit.
Stripes is good. Braveheart is in this list for some reason.
Braveheart.
I mean, it is technically a military movie.
All right, yeah. I know why you like A Few Good Men.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
All right, George, what are you doing?
You're fucking Tom Cruise.
Practicing my Jack Nicholson.
That's what that is.
What's that?
You're a Tom Cruise guy.
I am a Tom Cruise guy, but I'm also an Aaron Sorkin guy.
Oh, well, shit. That's a marriage right there.
And then fucking Jack Nicholson, yo. Look, that combination is...
the perfect storm.
Oh, and also Demi Moore.
Yeah.
And that was back when she was fine and she had like her face she was born with. And
Samuel Jackson there too.
Who was he in that?
Huh?
Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
He was the Grip.
He was the Grip.
Paying my dues.
I hate this job. I hate all of you. All right, last up for Lightning Round.
For about as long as Matt Reeves has been involved with the Batman, we've been hearing that the film would feature multiple villains. Penguin and Catwoman have been confirmed for some time in that they are the two most frequently linked to the story.
And people complained about that because they said we've seen them before.
Well, we've seen pretty much all of Batman's mainstream villains.
That is correct.
In some form or fashion. So, but it is being reported that the Riddler and Firefly are also going to make it into the story.
Never seen Firefly before.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah,
he probably won't be a lead though. He probably be like kind of just a
side
character. Yeah,
I don't know if you can overload this thing with villains, man.
Depends on how they do it.
There's more of them. So there's a second part to this article. There's 2 more.
I fucking hate this website.
I don't like it either.
Yo, what is up with all these ads? God damn it, comic book movie. So apparently, Two-Face is another villain that is rumored to be in this thing. And who was the other one?
Mad Hatter.
The Mad Hatter. Yo.
Curious.
All right. Like, is Two-Face going to be in it, or is Harvey Dent going to be in it?
Who knows?
See?
So here's the thing.
Is it going to take place in Arkham?
Well, therein lies the question, right? Because the talk has always been that Reeves has wanted to make this the definitive Batman film, right? And there had been talk that there are a number of scenes in Arkham. I don't think it is impossible to make a movie where you have someone like the Penguin is the main, right? Is the main villain. Catwoman is there, who's not necessarily exactly a villain, she's sort of jumping in between. Mm-hmm. And then you've got Firefly, who might be just like a henchman or something, right? Or just one scene where Firefly is there, like Batman taking on just like one person. And then you have Mad Hatter and Two-Face and stuff like that. Maybe they're in Arkham. Maybe he deals with them a little bit. But to me, one of the things that's always sucked about the Batman movies, even from Batman 89 on, is that Gotham has never felt large to me, because it's always hyper focused on Batman and one villain or Batman and 2 villains. Like, why is Batman necessary in a city with like one bad guy? He's necessary in a city with like 40 of them, right? So you don't have to put them all on Front Street. And this is supposed to be a trilogy of movies. Right? So maybe you start introducing these guys, and you're just like, hey, there's Firefly, hey, there's fucking Two-Face, hey, there's Mad Hatter. You deal with them down the road. Right. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But the world feels more fleshed out, that there are these villains that just exist.
More broader. Like, think about Dark Knight Rises. We had 4 villains in there, technically. We had the main ones was Bane, of course. Then we found out Talia al Ghul was in there.
Right.
But then you had Scarecrow, who was a running villain since the first movie. He just had his little bit part, but he wasn't the main focal point.
Right.
Let's say 4. So maybe it was 3. I might have.
Technically, Catwoman is.
Well, yeah, the Catwoman. So yeah.
Catwoman was horrible.
Don't do my baby Anne Hathaway like that.
No, I like Anne Hathaway. She should not have been Catwoman because no burgers.
But I mean, like you said, you can kind of still expand the world, expand Gotham City.
That's what I
but just by sprinkling the villains here and there, especially if it's going to be a trilogy. So,
look, I mean, I trust filmmakers to make good films as long as it's not like, I'm walking around Arkham and there's the Riddler in his cell, and there's Firefly in his cell, and I'm, while I'm going to meet the fucking Warden Sharp. Or some shit like that. Like it's gotta.
You may get some of that, but
it can't.
It's gotta mean something.
Yeah, it's gotta mean something, man. Like I don't want it to just be like in there just to be in there. You know,
like an X-Men movie.
Like the Phoenix powers, or do I?
Hey, look, Dazzler. Hey, I guess.
All right. That doesn't make sense. I don't want, but yeah, that's the perfect thing I'm trying to say. I don't want there to be any cameos. Apparently, the casting is calling for any ethnicity between a certain age range for each character.
Good.
Yeah, that's called blind casting, essentially.
All right. Let me get my resume together.
So we get.
Who would you want to be? You're an actor. What Batman villain would you want to be? Going up against Robert Pattinson.
Two-Face.
Yeah. I was going to say Two-Face. I love Two-Face.
He's literally probably my favorite Batman character.
Yeah. I love Two-Face, man.
And he's been black before.
Yeah. Hey.
Billy D. Williams was Harvey Dent.
Hey.
He was supposed to be, if in a future Batman movie, they were going to make him Two-Face.
Hey, I get a little conch in my hair.
Yeah, you got it.
If we were being racists,
a Bentley GT.
If we were being racists, like the Riddler would have to be Asian, right?
Wow.
Because smart.
Yeah, because incredibly smart. Right?
Wait. Why are we being racist right now?
I mean, like any ethnicity, like all right.
Well, because we're an hour in and it's late.
Okay.
Yeah, Riddler's Asian.
Who would the Penguin be? I mean, look. I'm sorry. When I think of the Penguin, I think of like a.
That's what I was gonna say.
I actually think of like a short Jewish man. You know what I mean?
Oh, come on, man!
He's wearing a monocle.
No, I get it.
You know what? Top hat. Give me your money. You know what I mean?
You know what?
I get it. You're an asshole.
I take my choice back. I'm going with that one. Yeah.
I mean, we've seen a black Catwoman, and good God, I don't want to see another one of those.
No, but like, look, if we're gonna be racist, we gotta go. You gotta. Everybody's gotta be involved.
I mean, look, that's fine.
That is a thick black woman who's very sassy.
I mean.
And again, I am not opposed to this, but I see more of a, not from an acting perspective, but I see more of a Beyonce type.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
I mean, I can see that.
With a fifth ward Houston accent.
Yeah, she got to be hood though. Hey, she got to be hood. She's a cat burglar. She got to be hood.
I swear to you know what's gonna happen. I'm probably gonna get my big break. Somebody gonna find this shit, and
they're gonna ruin your whole life.
He said the penguin was Jewish. I didn't say that shit was fucking Micah.
Firefly. I mean, Latino. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Or Latina. Probably Latina.
Yeah, you got to balance it out,
because they will burn some shit down. Two-Face.
Hey, it's not Andre Bryson's house. Relax.
Two-Face, I mean, look, who are the most Two-Face people in this world?
Oh, he's a
white people.
Yeah, he's a white guy.
There you go. Who wants to be white but be black too? You can make his face half black and shit.
Like a black and white cookie.
Like a black and white cookie. God damn.
What's his name? Your favorite actor?
Nick Cage?
No. What's the white guy who you hate who wants to be black so bad?
Michael Rappaport? Oh, God damn it. He would be perfect for Two-Face. He would be perfect for Two-Face.
Like David Duke Farrakhan.
God damn it. So good down there. But non-racist casting. I like this. I like the lineup. They've gender swapped Firefly before. I think on the show Gotham they made the character a woman. Mm-hmm. So that's not beyond the pale at this point. I'd like to see Catwoman be an actual cat burglar. That's something they touched on in Dark Knight Rises, but they didn't really. I don't feel like they really went for it. I also want to see a Catwoman costume that fucking slick with the glasses, like not the stupid thing she put up that looked like ears. Knock it off. Like
that's clever, baby.
Like just lean into. Her name is Catwoman. Like there's a guy dressed as a bat. Why is it hard for us to imagine that she would be dressed like a cat? You don't need to be like, oh, the visors go up. That was stupid. So let her lean into it. Like I want to see the thief design. Like I like that design. I think it's practical. It looks really good. It's dope. And also like I want to see like Michelle Pfeiffer. She really embodied the like acrobatics of it. Like her Catwoman. I want to see more of that. Like I missed that, and you didn't get that really with the last Catwoman.
They're licking that her costume. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, she was fucking crazy. Which I liked. It was
Batman Returns was wild, man.
I don't like that movie.
It was a little too.
It went over over the top.
You're just the pussy I was looking for. Nigga, whoa.
This movie is for kids.
What are you doing? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, like, yo,
Taking my 9-year-old to see this shit.
That was for fins. Like,
yeah, dude.
Danny, calm the fuck down.
Danny DeVito was great, but he was disgusting in that movie. He had like the unibutt thing going on. He had like the fence.
Man with that button.
Like, God, he was so gross, dude. He made me very uncomfortable.
He's not breathing like that. God damn.
That was like the woman I was sitting next to at Shaft last night.
Oh.
I was like, wow, keep eating. That's great.
Fuck sleep apnea.
I thought she died 4 times during that movie. It was wild. So I like this casting. This casting's all right. And I'm glad it's open ethnicity. That's great. Give me my black
I'm not looking forward to all the fucking fanboys talking about.
They're gonna. You know they're gonna lose that shit.
Yeah,
you know they're gonna lose that shit.
Yeah,
good. I hope you're mad. I hope it's a black Catwoman.
I hope black cast.
Just open cast, and they just pick everyone black except for Robert Pattinson. Yep. In this universe, he is the lone white man.
Wait, no, then we're gonna be pissed too.
No, that might empower them. If
no, I want all the black people to be villains. Fuck that.
See, exactly. Then we'll be pissed too. Like, shit.
No, we gotta be the villains.
Exactly.
I just don't want black people to get any ideas of dressing up like Batman and going to like.
Yeah, I don't need a Liam Neeson movie here.
Right, exactly.
I was gonna get a blackjack and find a black fella. Relax.
I just wanted to beat any nigger I saw on the street. Like, god damn, dude, calm down.
Go see my new movie.
You're not the Taken guy.
I could have been. Now go see my new movie, Mr. Plow. That's great.
I will find you. I will cover your food stamps.
I'm going to be in Men in Black,
and I'm not going to see it. I wonder if his inclusion is going to hurt the movie. I doubt it.
Yeah.
I think people are over the.
Yeah, when he came on screen when I went to the screen, like I heard a little bit of rumblings, but nothing. I
think people are over it.
They feel like, fuck it. Yeah.
I think they're just kind of over his movies too, so it's fine.
This movie sucks anyway. Fuck you.
Like it kind of just timed itself out. Next in movie and TV news this week, the plot of the abandoned X-Men versus Fantastic Four movie have been revealed. Oh, this one's a
gold.
Yeah. So for folks who don't know, apparently it was big in the plans that the X-Men and the Fantastic Four and Deadpool and Daredevil were all going to be in the same movie together because they were going to make their own Civil War movie.
How we get Daredevil?
He's there. I don't know. He just shows up too. So the story is, the story saw Johnny Storm go Nova while trying to apprehend the villain Molecule Man. Johnny blows a hole in Manhattan and sparks a Superhero Registration Act in response to the carnage. The heroes are split on opposing sides. Among the key matchups was Wolverine versus Mr. Fantastic battle that ended with Reed Richards pinning Wolverine down, extending his hands until they were 1 molecule wide, and using them as scissors to cut off the mutant's arms. Eventually, the heroes make peace, leading to a post-credits scene that teases what's next, a Skrull invasion.
They just kind of all over the place, man.
Here's the thing, though. I am so happy none of this happened. One, I don't want to see the X-Men versus the Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Has that happened? I'm sure it's happened before.
Yeah, I guess. I don't want to see that battle. 2, I don't need to see Reed Richards cut off Wolverine's arms. That seems extreme.
Retie that shit.
Like, bink. So, yeah. And then a Skrull invasion, which they would have happily fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't super care for the Skrull design that Marvel is using right now, but I don't know if it's because they're using the lighter, friendly-looking Skrulls because these are the good ones.
And that's
these might be Northern Skrulls,
right?
Where
the War Skrulls may look more like that. The concept art they put out for Comic-Con.
That's what I want to see because that shit looks dope. And I think we'll talk about that later because there's another story. I'm hoping to see that in the future.
But yeah, this right here, no, we're good. It's over. I'm so happy it's done.
I never thought I'd see the day, but I'm glad this. You've
been kind of out on the fringes, Micah. So I haven't had a chance to tag you in the nonsense. Yeah, I'm in this group.
No, I saw that group. I ain't going in there. Are you crazy?
Dude, oh my God.
Crazy.
Yo, House of X.
I ain't going in that group.
That face, yo, those motherfuckers are wild in there.
And normally I love lurking. Like, I love lurking. But there is, there's a limit to that shit.
I mean, I'm looking at posts, people like, yeah, this is all Marvel's fault. Like, no, it ain't. No, this was Fox's decision to sell their shit, and Marvel just Disney outbidded everybody.
Yeah, well, they came to Disney because who the hell was going to handle it?
Right. And then the other thing I said, but you forget, they belong to Marvel.
Yeah, they don't belong to Fox.
They don't belong to Fox. They don't fucking belong to you. They don't even fucking belong to me. They belong to Marvel. So how the hell are you mad that they're back where they're supposed to be?
I'm look, like I told you offline.
These people are wild, man.
I am waiting for the day when these X-Men movies get started at Marvel and people do their best hand-wringing to pretend that the X-Men movies under Bryan Singer are better than the ones they're going to get.
They're already starting. They don't, from what I've seen, they don't even need to see anything from Marvel. They already had, a lot of them already had that belief. Yeah, they know.
But those movies aren't good.
The X-Men movies, they have more depth and more feeling to it. I go to the Marvel movies and they have no substance and no growth.
You're literally not paying attention.
Like, yo, are you high right now?
Yeah, you're not paying attention to those. I also think that Bryan Singer is a glorified TV director, and he uses subtext about this much, and then he uses a fucking hammer to bash you over the head with most things. And because some people don't get subtext, they don't think the other things exist. Like Winter Soldier is about militarism. Like it is. I don't think it's actually not obvious.
Right. Like it's
no substance.
It's incredibly obvious. Like that's
right. But
literally the whole point of that movie.
Right. But some people don't get that because all they see is the action sequences. They don't get all of the shit about like the guns literally pointed at people in the end, and so they only see it for very surface level stuff. I don't know how you don't see it, right? Like, you can name any of those movies, and I can tell you what the subtext of all of them
pretty much. But no substance, no growth. So this,
except for Thor: Dark World, because it has no subtext.
Like, so Thor,
right, which is what's the worst one.
Yeah, it has not.
But even still, like, even his, like, as a character arc, like, all right, so this cocky, arrogant Thunder God gets taken down a couple notches, finally makes himself worthy, loses his mother, loses his father,
he loses everything,
finds out his sister, basically loses all his people. Causes the death of half the motherfuckers in the fucking universe, has PTSD, and has to pull itself out of that muck. But there's no
substance.
There's no substance. There's no character development. Yeah. There's no nothing.
And there's also, because someone would say, well, he just got
Quicksilver's character development.
He got
Shield.
He got a new song every X-Men movie.
Oh yeah, like that's it.
Oh, you're talking about in the Fox movie?
Yeah.
No, he has no character development.
Right.
Like, do you guys know Magneto's my dad?
Oh, cool.
You gonna talk to him about it? No.
Yeah.
He didn't talk to him about it in Dark Phoenix either, I don't think. He never mentioned it.
Captain America, follow orders, Boy Scout, do what you say. To, I don't trust the government. This shit is shady. I can't figure this out. To straight up rebel, I'm going off the grid doing the fuck I want. Yeah. No growth, no character development, no substance. Okay. All right.
Right. Like Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, their two characters are the core of that entire universe. And their arcs literally, they both have them, they cross and meet in the end for them to truly be friends and realize that they need each other to succeed.
Black Widow, spy. Always under the radar, always double crossing. Okay, Captain America, we could be friends. Yeah. Cool. All right, you know what? I had this, that was in this red room. You know, it did these things to me. I don't think I'm much of a woman because I can have a baby, blah, blah, you know.
Just super in-depth things.
Right. Oh, you know what? I found a family. This is the first time I feel like I have a family now with the Avengers. And even when the whole world's fucked up in Endgame, I'm still feeling like I'm trying to be better for this purpose.
Right.
And I
sacrifice
myself for that.
Right.
Nope. No substance, no growth, no character development. Right. Yeah.
A spy whose sole job is to protect themselves over almost anything in the mission is willing to sacrifice themselves for the greater good of everyone. That doesn't make, to say that doesn't have arc or has no substance is literally means you don't know how to pay attention to movies.
Yeah.
You don't. It's not that the movie doesn't have an arc, it's that you are very good at picking up obvious things.
Right. I mean, I honestly think at this point, like, even though it's funny, it's kind of sad to being in this group sometimes watching these comments. I think a lot of times it's just people have already made a self-investment into the X-Men and against the Marvel part, well, the MCU, that whatever Marvel does, they refuse to see it. I can't acknowledge it.
I mean, look, you like what you like, right? But at the same time, like I love a good Nicolas Cage movie, but those movies are fucking bad. Right?
Like, they're really bad.
They're just bad.
Right. You should be able to acknowledge your bias and say, oh, okay, yeah,
right.
Here's what I see. Like, look, I think the Fox X-Men movies are terrible, but for me to pretend that Logan isn't a great movie,
right,
is just to me is antithetical to being a film fan.
Right.
Like it's a great fucking movie, and it's about something. It's really about something. Right. It's the first time the X-Men movies have been about something deeper than the surface shit since the first X-Men movies.
Right, and even if you want to go something maybe not as deep or as kind of heavy as Logan, Deadpool. I hate Deadpool. On the comics, I never liked Deadpool. He was
it's too much.
He was annoying to me. But that whole marketing that they did lead up to the first one, then the actual movie with Ryan Reynolds and everybody behind it, I was on board. I love that fucking movie. Right. I love that and the second one.
And the second one meant something. By the way, it also talked about something, right? Like him trying to kill himself because he was so upset and all this other stuff. He's literally doing all of this stuff because he is fucking depressed because of the shit he went through and losing his girlfriend.
Oh boy.
But again, you have to actually pay attention to the movies.
Pretty much.
Like, stop watching a bunch of B and C list movies. Like, this is the fucking problem. Like, watch better shit.
Phoenix.
Like you said, your film palate is fucked up. Like, it just is fucked up.
Taste was jacked up.
Yeah, they are.
Roof your mouth was burnt.
Man, fucking, it's a 8 out of 10. No, it's not. Yeah, I don't know why I have this Tarantino story here.
Yeah, no, this versus shit wouldn't. It would have been bad. It would
have been horrible.
Now, it's probably not going to happen. It's probably not going to happen for at least a good few years. I do hope to see Avengers versus X-Men one day.
Yeah, I think you can do it. By the
time we see it, your son will be in high school or some shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to wait a while for that one.
You know what? I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't need Avengers versus X-Men right now.
No. And I think, by the way, that's the way people are like, oh, Marvel's going to do the Phoenix Saga again for the third time. No. They just do the Phoenix 5. No. Like they'll skip right over the Jean shit. And just go
even that. I think they may do again, but it's going to take a while before you see it.
You have to establish, a likable character for that character to turn.
And you got to really nail that casting too. You really got to super nail that casting.
And luckily enough, they have enough good singular stories and other big stories that they can do in the meantime until you get to a Phoenix type situation.
Absolutely.
So yeah. Yep. And I just realized something too. They had Genosha in Phoenix.
Yeah, they did.
They had fucking Genosha in Phoenix, and it wasn't in Africa. It was in fucking upstate New York.
Genosha was all right. All right. I'm not watching that movie. Yeah. I said I wasn't watching Apocalypse, and I did a favor for a white guy, and that's my penance. I have that burned in my brain now.
No, look. Here's the thing.
I ain't watching.
Here's the thing.
Phoenix.
I wanted you to see Apocalypse because it was hilariously bad. I don't see this. I'm not going to watch this movie because it is boring. It is boring. It is boring.
No, it's not boring. It's a X-Men movie.
That's pretty much 6 on one and half a dozen the other, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Tomato.
Yeah, that sucks, man. I mean,
is it an X-Men movie or an X-Woman movie?
Oh,
think about it.
Yeah, but two of my favorite X-Men stories is
the line was so heavy.
Deals with Genosha. It was the first time they went to Genosha and they discovered it, like the whole slave state. And it was the second time when Genosha came back in the Extinction Agenda. They was like, yo, don't come here fucking with us. We're gonna come on to New York and come get y'all asses. That shit was just like wild as fuck. But yeah, they just randomly threw in Genosha.
Yeah, it was just like a little island, and the government gave it to him,
like the Hamptons and shit.
Yo, he tried to kill the president 20 years ago. They were like, nah, that's good. You good? Don't worry about it.
So if you like the X-Men movies, that's cool. We understand you accept mediocrity. Like you're like Tina Turner before she realized that Ike was beating the shit out of her.
Yeah, I mean, arguably.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. Yeah, no, that's true. Michael Bay's Lobo movie is reportedly still in development. That's a real thing.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. And Sci-Fi is developing a Krypton spinoff about the last Sarnian. according to Hollywood Reporter, the announcement about a spinoff that might not only be the only chance the Lobo is brought to live action. So, yeah, I've seen a clip of Lobo on Krypton, like the ad. It looks ridiculous, but that's pretty much what Lobo is.
Lobo is ridiculous.
Right. So I'm fine with it. Look, I'm not watching the spinoff. I'm not watching Krypton. And I really have no desire to see a Michael Bay Lobo movie either. Though I feel like if anybody could do it, Michael Bay's probably the person for it. Like, fuck it.
You had to worry about any subtlety. You can just go balls to the wall. Yeah, outlandish.
I mean, that's the thing. This is where Michael Bay needs to live. Like, if you're going to do this shit, do this.
A space biker bounty hunter movie? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like Michael Bay.
Oh, he's going to kill a lot of military people, right? Like, they're going to have the military down on the ground and it's Lobo flying over because Michael Bay loves the military.
Humping his bike.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just
that's
random
fine.
Shit.
This was Jason Momoa's movie to pass up.
I do like Lobo, though. I like him as a guest star, not like a...
Not as a big name.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Sure. All right, this is what I wanted to get into. This is probably my favorite news of the week. There is talk that they're casting... Marvel is apparently seeking a male actor, preferably Caucasian in their 40s to 60s, to bring to life a mysterious and nefarious benefactor in the MCU. The talk is that is, in fact, Norman Osborn.
Look, must have waves.
They're gonna do a wave check.
You better come there with your wave cap, have your shit right. Look. This is what you want to do. Like, if you're going for this role, go to like your local like black neighborhood. Go to the beauty store. Ask for Murray's pomade. It's going to be in this orange can.
And it'll last a year.
Yeah. Now be careful. You might want to wear a brace because you might want to have a strong
that initial like.
No, you got to heat it up. You just got to.
No.
And then hopefully get it.
You don't heat it up. You messed up the integrity right now. When you heat it up, it changes the molecular.
No. I'm saying you got to heat it up with your hand, not like in the microwave. That would be ridiculous. I'll put it on the stove first.
So like rub it in your hand. Probably take about 5-10 minutes to break it down and just go.
Yeah.
Work that shit through. Get your wave cap.
If they don't do a wave check in that audition, they've wasted their time. Look, I want Norman Osborn in the MCU probably more than any character because I think the potential for Norman Osborn is massive. That being said, and he's one of my favorite villains in the Marvel universe, absolutely. Not my favorite, but one of because he's such a powerful character. Without any powers or as Green Goblin, and he's equally as dangerous as Green Goblin.
He's crazy as fuck.
And that's what I like about him, because my favorite actual Norman Osborn stories are when he's not the Goblin, when he's just himself. That being said, there is talk that Marvel is not going to do another massive 10-year arc like they did with the Infinity Saga.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Right? Because you can only do that so many times. Like, that's crazy. But what they're going to do is these mini arcs, right? That'll transcend multiple phases, but there'll be these mini arcs, right? So the talk is that that's what they're planning on doing. This is my dream. And I talked to some people in the fan group. I said, I have my ideas for what I'd like to see with Norman, how Norman is done. This is my dream for Norman. There's talk of doing the Skrulls. So what you do is this first arc, you introduce Norman at some point. Norman comes in at a perfect time after Tony is dead. Mm-hmm. He is the perfect anti-Tony Stark. I mean, he's literally, in a lot of comics, is positioned that way. But he's the perfect person to show up as this rich, cool guy, this benefactor to all this stuff. He's this cool guy. He's, a genius and all this other shit. He's a perfect person for Peter to substitute in as his father figure, like Tony was. Okay. Right? He super looks up to Norman, which is comic accurate, by the way.
Right.
Norman, all the while through this arc, is he's shown as being this good dude. He's doing things for the world and all this other stuff, and running Oscorp and everything else, and he's doing all this stuff all on the surface. But you get these moments of him alone, of him slowly fucking losing it. And that's never shown publicly. It's only when it's just a camera and Norman, right?
Right.
He's just himself. That happens through the series. And they, you just touch on it. And they never make it a big deal, but you just touch on it a couple times. While that's happening, the Skrull invasion is kicking off, right? That's all going down. Just like in the comics with Secret Invasion, at the fucking last moment, I forget the very ending of Secret Invasion, but Norman basically comes in and saves the day. Right? Takes the final shot. I think kills the Skrull Queen or whatever. I can't remember. But that happens, and Norman is pushed up to being he's now in charge of S.H.I.E.L.D. He renames it Hammer, right? This is the second arc. So Skrull invasion, let's say, is 2 phases or 1.5 phases or whatever. Norman takes over. Second arc begins. He changes S.H.I.E.L.D. to Hammer. He takes it over, and his psychosis starts to become a little bit more obvious over time. That's how you end that big arc, Dark Avengers. And so then you have him starting his own team, and then eventually the Avengers take on the Dark Avengers. Meanwhile, Peter's stuck in the middle because he trusts Norman and thinks that Norman is this good guy. The other Avengers are like, I don't know about this guy. Shit seems shady. He plays in between. It's revealed that Norman is this fucking terrible guy. Dark Avengers versus regular Avengers. At the end of Dark Avengers, at the end of that arc, Norman is defeated, or is almost defeated. His Dark Avengers are on the cusp of losing or whatever. He decides, fuck it. Give me the serum that I have. Right. I need something to take these guys on. He takes the serum. That's your Green Goblin. That's how you that is an arc for a character. That is an actual arc for a character. Instead of, hey, I'm Green Goblin in 20 minutes, and then you go on. That, to me, was a thing about the Raimi movies that fucked it up.
That's not bad.
That's the thing that fucked him up, because Norman is a great character on his own, but they jumped to Goblin too fast.
Yeah.
Too fast. And I know that because Dafoe was so fucking good out of that goddamn Power Rangers costume.
I mean, but then, too, I give it some leeway because I think it was a product of his time.
Of course.
We have a little bit more room to breathe now because people are used to, all right,
this is going to take a while.
We take a while. We can make the connective tissues where it was like, all right, we got 15 minutes to get this guy going. Yeah. Let him kill a subordinate. Let's roll. So
right, and he jumps out of the thing. Yeah. Right. But that's my dream for how
that show's terrible.
Yeah, it didn't.
The jump and
why'd you do that?
Just go, man.
Get out of here. But I do think playing him like that, where he's slowly going crazy as that's revealed throughout, I think would be the best way to do him. And my casting choice personally is Damian Lewis.
Damian Lewis?
No, Damian Lewis.
Oh, Damian Lewis. I have no idea who that is. Let me see.
He's from Billions. He was on Homeland. He's the right age, I think.
I've seen this dude before.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He's the right age. He can do crazy very well. And on Billions, he's a prick. He's a fucking prick. He's a bad hedge fund manager. But he's got the look too.
Yeah.
I mean, he don't have the waves, right?
No, we can get the waves.
I feel like he can get the waves.
Yeah, looking at the hand, looking at the quaff, you can give him the waves.
I think you get the waves. But I'd like to see that. And I'd like to see Harry be there and not immediately be turned as a villain either. Right. I want him to be friends with Peter. I truly do. And by the way, the time to do it isn't Far From Home. Hey, he's a transfer student and he's coming in and his dad bought fucking Avengers Tower and now it's Oscorp Tower, right? That's how you use that connective tissue to tell that story. So we'll see.
We already know who your villain of choice would be.
Oh, please.
I mean, I'm just waiting at this point.
Yeah.
I'm waiting at this point. And,
any day now.
Right.
Just tell me something.
Day now. Just give me a window.
The talk is 2022.
2022.
Not that long.
It should be here before we know it.
Yeah.
2020. What is it? 2019.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you take a 3-year-old to the movies? I don't know if you can.
I don't think he's going to be ready for that.
Yeah.
That attention span.
Oh, well.
This is your mother because your father and your godfather are definitely going to go see this movie for the 14th time. I think you've seen it enough. You don't know me. Last story, real quick. Warner Brothers streaming service. Everything we know so far. AT&T plans to bring its Warner Media properties all into a single streaming service for around $16 to $17 a month. Previously, AT&T announced that it would offer a 3-tiered streaming system that split content between movies, television shows, and original productions, including programming from HBO, Cinemax, and shows from cable networks TNT and TBS, and Warner-produced feature films. So we don't know. We don't know how they're going to do this, but now the talk is that they may just structure it so that all of those things are together. Now, I pay $15 a month for HBO. I am happy to pay another $1 or $2 to get Cinemax and all of these other channels under Warner, and all these Warner movies too. I would absolutely pay $17.
Yeah, that's a good fucking deal.
I'm surprised it's that cheap.
You cut the cord yet?
No, we're not going to cut the cord.
What is the thing that's holding you there?
This thing. This isn't my middle finger, it's my ring finger.
What is she watching?
Literally anything.
But it's
does Real Housewives of Potomac and Atlanta come on some sort of streaming service?
I think it does.
It probably does.
And then how many a la carte things am I gonna have to have?
Oh wow.
Yo, Real Housewives of the Potomac is on Hulu right now.
On Hulu, like live episodes as they come out, because that's what she does. She watches TV.
Well, you
live.
can do the live one.
How much is that?
Well, it's going to be cheaper once Disney does their bundle, so you'll probably find out soon. But I think live is like $30 a month. So you get live and all of the other shit that they just have. I gotta
figure. You don't understand. You don't.
No, but I do.
It is too much fucking work. She doesn't even watch. She doesn't watch movies. She doesn't watch TV in 720.
It's all in HD. She can't even choose.
I don't know what the numbers are.
Search. It's just.
But I already know the numbers.
No, but here's the thing. They got an audio search. Real Housewives of Potomac.
How's it work?
This is remote.
Show me how it works.
One button.
What button?
The one that has a microphone on it.
What's the microphone look like?
All right. Cheer me ass.
Am I being an asshole?
Yes.
Or am I being realistic?
Yes. But I think both are true.
Trust me. It's easier this way.
No, it isn't.
Yes,
You're paying $5,000 a month.
It's easier this way.
I like
you can't save your money.
I like y'all. I want to see y'all do great things in life. I want to see y'all get this baby boy out to the right start.
Trust me. It is easier this way.
Yo, you could be watching Real Housewives.
Is the Disney Channel a thing? Because we watch the Disney Channel now. Because sometimes, look, we try not to put them in front of too many screens, but sometimes I just need them to shut the fuck up for 30 minutes. And if like DuckTales is on, we'll sit down and we'll watch DuckTales together because I like watching DuckTales. And just so he could just kind of be quiet right now.
DuckTales is on live TV for Hulu.
It is?
Yep.
See?
All right.
And there's also YouTube. There's a lot of shit on YouTube that's supposed to be on there and that's not supposed to be on there that you can watch. You got options, man.
How much is YouTube? It's got to be the free. It's got to be the ad.
No,
YouTube.
I'm talking about the free YouTube. Just type that shit in. Look, I want to see fucking episodes of DuckTales. Shit.
No, he's talking about the new one.
About the new one.
New episodes of DuckTales. Punch that shit in.
Shit. Oh shit, son! Vice is on Hulu. I gotta watch that.
You saw that, right?
I haven't seen Vice yet.
You still ain't seen Vice yet?
I know.
Oh, you fucking up.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mike is never gonna cut the cord because he's an idiot.
You're weak, man.
Yeah, you're weak, man. Jesus Christ! You're just gonna let your wife tell you what to do.
Better get her to be quiet. Yes.
All right. You talking big shit now?
Of course, because she ain't here.
Yeah. She'll be telling me what to do.
Look,
and when she leave, I'll be talking again.
Say what, nigga? Nothing.
Look, I get it, but I don't feel like doing the math. But with my internet, the way my internet is set up, and then I'm gonna have to buy all these a la carte things, and they're all gonna come out at different times. You know what doesn't come out? You know what comes out once? The cable bill. Once a month. $200. That's it.
Okay, so you pay for Netflix already.
That's down payment.
I pay for Netflix.
You pay for Netflix. Do you have Amazon? You guys have Amazon?
Yeah, but that's different.
Yeah, no, but you have it.
Yeah, but that's different.
Okay.
Look. Can I pay for all that stuff like I do Amazon a year for $100?
I don't know if you can pay by a year.
Yeah, if I can pay it by the year, fine. I'll do that.
I don't know if you can do that.
I don't want all that shit coming out.
$40 for Hulu Live. If you cut the cord right now and kept the streaming packages you already have, you would only pay an additional $40, which is significant because you're probably saving $100.
I don't know. I think you're wrong.
You can buy more Kangos.
Kangos are expensive. They're like $60.
Nah, go to the Pepsico Flea Market.
No, that's when my father got me my first Kango.
See?
Yeah, it was a fake. You know, because the fucking kangaroo popped out.
Yeah, I was going to say. That's kangaroo. That ain't Kango.
Right. The fucking kangaroo was made of felt, and the fucking shit fell off.
He just jumped on it.
My Kango was Kango.
What's my Xfinity bill? I'm pulling up my Xfinity bill.
Yeah, I bet it's $200.
Pull that shit up.
All right, so while you're... we didn't get the what the fuck...
$250.
That's the what the fuck story right there. Shit. That's the what the fuck story right there.
$248.59.
You pay $250 a month.
$248.59
in
for TV,
2019
for TV, internet, and voice.
And you got Netflix.
And I have Netflix
and Amazon. Which is like $100
Amazon.
Yo, y'all wildin', man.
Amazon.
Mike is rich.
Y'all broke niggas can't afford to have all this cable. And, you come to me when you can afford to have all this cable.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna be in the cable club looking down on y'all.
So wait, okay. So how much is Netflix? $12 a month?
Yeah. Netflix is $12.
Yeah, that bill.
And then plus the $40 for Hulu.
Right.
Let's say Disney's $7 because it's $6.99.
No, I'm gonna have to get whatever the max package is because that's got Hulu and ESPN and all that, right? So how's that gonna work?
Well, I think that's all one package.
All right.
So let's say $12 for Netflix. Let's say the package for live TV, Hulu, ESPN, and Disney Plus
can't be more than $60, right?
Yeah, let's say $60. Okay.
HBO. We don't do that whole, we only get HBO in the springtime and then cancel it and then we keep HBO.
So let's say $17 for the Warner thing, right? Because that includes HBO and all that, right? So $17.
Now, what is she going to watch Claws on?
That's on Hulu.
That's on Hulu?
Yep.
What is she going to watch? Is all the HGTV stuff on there?
They're all on Hulu.
All right. Is BET on Hulu?
I believe so.
Okay. Now
that's where we're at right now.
All right. I'm showing Dorian. I need internet.
Wait, hold on,
You already have the internet. You're already paying for that. You can't add.
That's part of this. That's part of the $250.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah, but you're reducing all of the cable from that.
Wait, hold up, Jay. All right, so that's not the cable bill with it yet, is it?
No.
Okay, go ahead. All right.
No, this is just if you.
This is if I get rid of.
If you cut the cord, I only have the internet. Like I don't get.
How much do you pay for internet?
I think I pay $75.
All right, so just add $75 to that.
Okay.
Now what's the number?
It's $164.
Your bill is fucking buck wild right now.
All right, we pay
$100. That's $100, Smokey. That's $100.
All right, now what's voice? Now,
nigga, we don't have no voice. Yo, you trying to out your phone? You don't use a phone. Shut up.
We need it for our alarm system. They require a phone line for the alarm system.
All right.
That's the only reason we have it.
All right, man. This is bullshit. What's your alarm system?
Man.
ADT.
Nigga, if you don't get Vivint,
exactly. What do they do? They how do they do it? They don't do it through the alarm.
No,
through
nobody
the phone?
does it. What are you gonna cut the cord? Like we have cut the cord, gone, no cords. You're living in the past, old man. Jesus Christ, the future is now. I'd rather pay $250 and just keep the old system I have because I'm confused.
Look, I don't want to change, yo.
I think it's new. I don't think it's her.
I don't want to fucking change, okay? I don't want to fucking change. It's too much work. All right?
Just like Striking Vipers, I want to buy you a Hulu and set it up and just be like, just use this.
It's too much work, man.
It really is
too much work. I ain't trying to do it. I got to call Comcast. I'm like, nah, yo.
He using his wife as an excuse. He don't want to change this shit. And you rather pay $250. That's a video game. That's a game. That's almost 2 games every single month. Think about it like that, cheap motherfucker.
Wait, 2 games 2 games that I'm not going to have time to play.
Yes, because every time to play is the reason you don't play.
No. That's 2 real Kangos. How about that shit?
2 real Kangos. You can wear both of those. All right, unfortunately, we don't have time to do what the fuck. It's getting late.
We just did what the fuck. God damn.
Yeah, that Michael was what the fuck. Psychopath.
Wait. All right. Let's see. He's paying $250 for the cable.
You're trying to add a phone.
Wait. So, what state do you think this is? Yeah, I guess the state.
Exactly. A state of denial. A state of fucking mental disorder.
Is it China? Nah, it ain't China, motherfucker.
No, this idiot lives right around the corner. All right, trailers this week. First one is for Dr. Sleep. This is based on the Stephen King novel. You guys didn't know this, but it is the follow-up story to The Shining.
Yeah. I'm sitting there watching the trailer once we got synced up. Sitting there watching the trailer and it was almost obvious. I was like, damn, wait, what's up with the red rum?
They're just stealing from Steve.
They're stealing from the Shinnin.
Yeah, you don't want to be somewhat discreet, but yeah, once you got going, this is the fucking Shining sequel. Yeah. Looks good. Ewan McGregor. So you already got my interest right there. But yeah, I like what I saw. I want to see another trailer. The trailer itself didn't necessarily grab me, but the premise of it got me.
I got you. That makes sense. Your thoughts?
Yeah, once I found out what it was, and not just like somebody's fucking ripoff. Yeah, this is a sequel that I didn't think I'd want. So yeah.
I'll just quote someone not smarter than me. I don't like ghost shit, so I'm not seeing this. It looks good though. Next up, trailer for Loose. This looks good. This is sort of an intriguing thriller.
Yeah,
about a really smart kid likely torturing his teacher and no one believing his teacher. So Octavia Spencer gets to be on the other end of the movie she was just in. So
it looks like another interesting trailer. This says something about the Sundance Film Festival. So I'm interested in that. We'll see where this one goes. You got a nice cast. You got Octavia Spencer. What's that girl? Naomi Watts.
Tim
Roth.
So yeah,
it's a good cast. Michael, what do you think?
It looks interesting. It looks like this movie could be either really good or really bad.
Yeah, it's got that feel to it.
Yeah, so hopefully it's not Nas and Malik. You know what I mean? Oh, look at all these awards and look at all this. When
that chicken jumped off that roof, I was done. That's the best part of that whole movie. That movie sucked. So the one thing I want to say before we get out of here, I'm very much looking forward. I've seen a lot of talk about that movie Midsommar, that A24 horror movie.
Yeah.
Yo, Jordan Peele said it was one of the most disturbing things he's ever seen. Yeah, yeah, he said it was super wild.
I saw the trailers like months ago, and I could see the potential to be kind of really wild, but it didn't interest me. Yeah, I was like, maybe I'll see it. It didn't really catch me, but all right.
For him to say it, that gives
all right,
me,
I might give it a second look.
I haven't seen that movie Hereditary, but some people said they didn't really care for that. So this is the same director.
Okay,
so
when does Midsommar come out?
Pretty soon.
Midsummer.
Yeah, thank you. I'm pretty sure it's pretty soon.
Yeah.
So. I
mean, look, ask a stupid question, nigga. But you get a stupid answer. I don't know what to tell you.
But it is, though. But it is. That comes out July 2nd.
Okay.
Looks like. Yeah, I'm very interested to hear about this movie. I really, really, really want Terrence to see this
Yeah,
because I want to hear his thoughts on this.
I kind of want to see it, but I kind of want to see it in the like comfort and protection of my well lit house.
Yeah, no, this movie's 2 hours and 20 minutes of just absolutely terrifying film. No,
What the hell's wrong with y'all?
No, we're cowards. I think we discussed this earlier about the military thing. I don't like ghost shit or horror shit or cult shit.
You're too abrasive to be this goddamn scared. You're too big for this bullshit. Get your lives together.
That's why I'm abrasive. I'm abrasive about shit I can handle.
Yeah.
And run from shit I can't.
And that's why I'm big, because I like eating shit when I get it free.
I'm so scared of sandwiches.
I forgot ice cream gone. Like, God damn, nigga.
How scared were you? All right, that's it for this week's episode.
Just go with that. Oh, you son of a bitch.
It's offensive to somebody. All right, that's it for us this week. We will see you guys next week.
See ya.
Peace.
Bye. You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.